What is up, everybody? It is a weekday afternoon, heading into work late. Now, about a month ago, we were coming back from, and I know if you've watched previous videos, we were coming back from Utah on this 11-hour drive.
Flashback.
And this pretty much sums up driving in Nevada.
And my parents were watching our little dog, Lucky. And so we went to pick her up after our trip. We hadn't even gone home yet. And it was crazy windy that day. Picked her up, got her inside the car just like normal. So when we put her inside the car, because it was so windy, her leash blew outside the car. Now I don't know what it got caught on outside of the car. I'm guessing maybe the wheel, but still, it just craziness. So her leash got caught on the wheel, which was attached to her harness, and ripped the harness off. And needless to say, she was injured. We thought maybe she had broken her leg, but she had a dislocated elbow. We were really lucky, hashtag lucky dog, that she didn't have any broken bones, that it was just the dislocation. I think they called it a luxation is what the doctor was calling it. So we only had to deal with that. Our daughters felt terrible because they were the ones that loaded her up in the car. And we took her to UC Davis Vet Med, the teaching hospital, which means that not only does our dog see a doctor, she also sees a student who's at the School of Vet Med at UC Davis. And it was amazing. I mean, we were in there, we brought her in at like 10 o'clock, I guess, or 9 o'clock. I can't even remember. It was such a blur. But to make a long story short, we didn't leave with our dog until almost 4 in the morning. They had to do a procedure on her. They took x-rays, and they took x-rays after they popped the joint back into place. And we went home with her several hours later, and needless to say also that I didn't go to work that day. Anyway, so got Lucky home. She's been in a splint for almost a month. The poor thing, been limping around. Really, she's just been restricted, so not moving much at all. We just pick her up and carry her around everywhere. So, flash forward to a month later. Took her in today, and they took the splint off. And the poor thing, because of, the only thing that on dogs that sweat are their paws. So she got an infection in her paw. So when they took the splint off, it got all swole up. So now after all this and the splint coming off, she's got to deal with an infected paw. They gave her antibiotics. They said it should clear up pretty quickly and make sure that the paw doesn't get any bigger than it already is. And so we'll keep an eye on her. So this is what we've been dealing with for the last month. And she's okay, and everything seems to be going fine. And these aren't things that are abnormal, at least the doctors tell us. But a big shout out to UC Davis Vet Med Teaching Hospital for taking care of Lucky. And for shout out to my girls, because after the whole thing happened and they were holding her and, they were helping us dial, because we were trying to figure out where to take her when this all happened. It was, past 9 o'clock on a Sunday, and we were just like, we don't know where to take her. So, of course, finally we decided just to take her to the Vet Med Hospital. So, life happens, accidents happen. It was amazing because when the whole thing had happened, and Lucky was in getting her procedures done, and to get her all, ready to take home, the student came out and talked to our daughters, who were just still really upset. And he just told them, this isn't your fault. Accidents happen all the time. You don't need to blame yourself. It was really incredible. So, not just hats off to the hospital, but to all the students that are learning there and trying to get their degrees. They do such a good job there. So this has been a huge ordeal for the last month. You know, we've dealt with it as far as like having to take care of her and dropping her off at my parents' house when we go to work. But we're just, I mean, the word lucky always comes up with this dog. When we rescued her, the pound had her for a while, and if we hadn't rescued her, they were going to put her down. So, you know, they were really relieved that we took her because she's such a sweet dog. And we're just happy that she's all right, that she's gonna come out of this okay. I'm expecting once her paw heals up, she's really favoring the leg too, because it's been in a splint for 4 weeks. And I mean, if you're talking about dog time, right? 1 year for a dog is 7 years. How much is 4 months? If some mathematician out there wants to go ahead and leave in the comments how long that is for a dog. I mean, her leg just super skinny. I was feeling her shoulder muscle, and it's just mushy. So she's got some physical therapy to do at home. So Lucky's okay. Everyone's okay. The kids are okay. It's traumatizing. I mean, I had nightmares about it that night. It was really traumatizing when the harness yanked off of her. She was yelping so loud, and the girls were screaming, and my wife was screaming. It was traumatic, to say the least. So just happy that all of it turned out as well as it did. And again, we're so lucky that all that happened was a dislocated elbow, because even the doctors and the students were saying it could have been a lot worse. So we're happy that she's good and healthy, and she's still mending well. We're happy that we have the vet med teaching hospital so close, and we're just happy that the girls are okay, and that they've been able to help take care of her this last month. So, and we're also just really happy, and again, I'll use this word lucky. We're so lucky to have my family, my parents, who are both retired, who can help out with taking care of her while she's been on the mend. So guys, I'm guessing I put out a video a while back about how sports, and I don't think sports and motorcycles overlap too much, but I think that probably motorcycles and pets, or there's probably a little bit more overlap for that. So leave in the comments if you've had any pet problems, or if you have a pet and you love her, or him or her, and what pet you have. I know there's a lot of strange ones. My best friend got married last year, and his in-laws have chinchillas. So yeah, if you've got a random pet, go ahead and leave that in the comments too. Guys, if you like this video, and I hope you do, and I hope that you love your pet, but if you like the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up down there. And if you're so inclined, hit the subscribe button and come back and see me. I won't be seeing you, but you will certainly be seeing me later. Guys, this is that one guy, and I'm out.